as a company that we grow 3 million orchids a year, we have the ability by good sustainable practices to make a difference, but not in the big scheme of things, enough of a difference. I think we all recognize that our world is changing, and I think we all have to work together to address the changes that we're seeing in climate and environment. We as a company can only control what we directly control, and sustainable practices is how we're going to start. I'm outside all the time, whether it's in the yard with my kids or if I get to go out in the water and surf some, and I'm very aware of the environment. And, I'm also aware of what's happening globally with our climate, and I personally feel a real sense of urgency. Sustainability has to be a priority for every business. So I think by serving as inspiration, we can create a much greater change than just what we can do ourselves. I think Carpinteria is a great location for just about anything. From an agricultural standpoint, the climate here in Carpinteria is really terrific. It's very mild, and with a greenhouse, we're able to create the exact climate that we need with relatively low amounts of heating and low amounts of cooling. The whole point of a greenhouse is to create a controlled climate environment. For example, with our heating, the boilers are very, very efficient to begin with, but then we also have curtains that insulate the greenhouses when it's cold. We also recapture the exhaust gas from our boilers. That's almost pure CO2, and we're able to inject that into the greenhouses to stimulate growth. The irrigation itself is very, very carefully monitored, so we're able to give only the exact amount that we need. In one of our locations, we've installed about 300,000 square feet of a drain catch floor system. So all irrigated water, any runoff, is captured, funnels through a series of drains, and then through a filtration system, and we're able to reuse it. It's important to reduce the impact that we have in our environment, not only because it's absolutely the right thing for our planet, but also because the product that we create ultimately is about the environment, and it is about inspiration. I think we have amazing opportunities in front of us in terms of sustainability to reduce our water usage by up to 50%. I think we could actually, as technology improves, reduce our fossil fuel usage by 50%. I also feel like with better practices and perhaps new greenhouses, we're looking at the possibility of reducing pesticide usage dramatically, perhaps even at 0%. I'd like to say that it's always been part of what we do, but I think for me personally, it's only become apparent in the last several years. I think when we're able to see the changes in our climate and our environment, you realize how critical this is and how time sensitive it is. We have to address sustainability now.